sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
They come out here in the eye. They run the counter now on first down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play at any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Now Jameis on second down. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Third and long for Winston. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Surveying the field. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And the gadget play gets them into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Foster alone in the backfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. It's a close game here early on. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number two. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Evans is alone to his right. Winston. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. J.J. Watt the one that gets him down.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball, pick up the necessary yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. In the red zone this time. They'll try to throw now. Winston. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
Ready?
On third and 1, here's Winston. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
On third and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers defense, we watch them get set to go. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. Prescott looks to throw on first. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Second down now after the pass completion.
Come on, let's go.
Second down, Prescott. He's got Fuller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Boom. Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, let's roll those highlights. Buccaneers now late in the first quarter. Winston's got the completion here, and this goes 12 yards for the score. Buccaneers land the first punch. Texans on offense, first quarter winding down. Hargrave's got to get the quarterback here. This ends up as a loss of 7. Bucks on offense midway through the second. Green Beckham's wide open here on the catch, and he'll be tackled at the 1-yard line. Buccaneers would later kick the field goal. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll hand off to Foster, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They come up in an offset eye. On 1st, they stick with Foster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Texans are going to have a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A 1st down carry for Foster. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Foster alone in the backfield. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Prescott now on second down. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Third and long for Prescott. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, the Bucs swarm in and they block it. Now it's picked up inside the 45. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. A play fake to Sims. Now Winston finding time. Looking deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Owen Daniels, the veteran tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Surveying the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Desperation time. Prescott looking for his tight end Daniels, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Winston to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Daniels has it left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught right side by Daniels. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Here we go! What?
They'll throw again. Prescott. And the catch made by Johnson. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. First down, Prescott. Shorts on the reception over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And again, it's Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Prescott to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's got into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're 1 run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big, and we're starting to see that here in the second half.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, ready, blue waiting. Wait, hold up. Line 55, line.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job 1 for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. Now Sims. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.